Hi guys, and I'm just going to be starting a series on how to build your own computer and the things that you should go through when trying to build your own computer. And I decided to start with RAM, or random access memory, is my first episode in the series since it's the most basic to explain. So first I'll just explain what RAM does, and then I'll talk about like what you'll need, like how much you'll need for stuff like recording or video editing and stuff like that. So I'll just get straight to it. Okay, so first of all I just wanted to talk about what RAM actually does. So basically, whatever you're doing, whether you're playing a game or you're watching a video or listening to music or you're multitasking, basically it has to get things from the hard drive and put it into the program you're using. But instead it will use the RAM before it uses the hard drive, because RAM is basically a way faster version of hard drive, and unless you have an SSD drive, then you probably should be trying to put as much RAM as you want into the system in order to get your programs to run faster. So next I'm just going to be talking about how much RAM you should be putting in for each thing you might be doing. So yeah, basically if you're doing stuff like, just Minecraft or very simple video editing, then probably all you need is, say, 2 gigs of RAM at the most, because you're not really putting much strain on the system. Although if you're playing something like more mid-range, like say Call of Duty, and you probably are going to be doing a bit more intense video editing, then you probably should be aiming for 4 gigs, and the 4 gigs is probably the standard at the moment. But if you want to be doing really intense video editing, then you should be going for 8 gigs, or if you're playing Battlefield or something, probably 8 gigs as well. But I just got to explain that some people really don't get how much RAM you need for really intense video editing. So like, I had a computer with 12 gigabytes of RAM, and if I try to do anything while editing my videos, it would just crash the entire computer. And even like 32, 64 gigs maybe, it sounds really ridiculous, but it actually is quite necessary. So yeah, that's about all I have to mention in this video. But also I want to just say that RAM is probably the cheapest part that you're going to be buying. Whether you're buying a computer whole, then it's probably not going to add much to the price. Or if you're buying it separately, then say 8 gigs of RAM also you want to be buying it from decent manufacturers, so Kingston and stuff like that. Don't buy don't just search the internet for RAM, because otherwise it might come up with like random people who are trying to sell really shitty RAM cards and stuff. So just search up Kingston is my favourite personally, so I'd suggest you search up Kingston, and you should, for 8 gigs, only set you back around $40-50, depending on, like, if you should be aiming for DDR3 memory at the moment, because it's not with DDR2. It's not, especially with Battlefield or Call of Duty, you're not going to get really good frames when playing the games, and video editing is like almost impossible, and even watching videos is really hard on the latest HD videos and games. So just aim for DDR3 memory. So yeah, that's about it. Please subscribe for weekly content, and see you next time. I also will be talking about the hard drive. You'll be talking about hard drives and maybe SSD drives around there. So yep, see you guys. Thanks for watching.